on guys, my name is Musi and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because it's a docuseries and it is episode 1. A couple of months ago I documented my journey as I created a jewelry brand, well a brand for my jewelry hobby, essentially. And I documented that whole process as to how I go creating, a brand from an idea and materialize it into a logo, a website, photos and all that good stuff. Obviously it was a crappy video, but nonetheless, it was a video. Fast forward a couple of months and I started learning 3D and then I was like, interesting. I could do stuff in 3D that I cannot do with pictures or videos, Like I'm trying to film the gemstones, but my macro lens it's not giving me what I want. Especially not with the lights that I have. So I was like, why not try and do it in 3D? And so I did and I was happy. That was a couple of months ago. And then life happened, you get a job, you lose the job, you get another job, and God knows if you're gonna lose that job again or what. But there's one thing that's for certain, it's my passion for jewelry is here to stay. It's something that I never wanted to turn into a business, and I think it's gonna work great as an NFT because I can limit how many I make. I love making jewelry. It's a passion for me. It's more of a meditative thing and an artistic expression than a McDonald's. I don't want to become a Tiffany. I don't want to become a Pandora where you can just order bulk products. Nope, it's not the way it works, Me, it's usually I'll work on a piece, I'll design a piece, I'll come up with different concepts and I'll hand make them and I will take it apart 1,000 times until it's perfect. And I enjoy that process. It gets me going. It puts me in a state of flow, which is essential if you're a creative individual. So for me to kind of keep it that way, I thought making an NFT of those pieces, thus limiting the number of pieces that people could buy, I thought it would be an interesting way. And then I was like, but everybody's doing NFTs these days, and it's only going to keep increasing. So I was like, how can I do something that's different, that's genuine, that's not copy paste of another monkey, and it's still engaging, like there's actually a story. Because I did a lot of research and most of the successful projects out there were ones that had a story, that had a plan. They weren't just like, hey, buy this. Okay, what do I do with it? It was like, nothing, just buy it, it looks cool. So I wanted to come up with something different. So there is a game that I'm working on, still in the process, but it's a treasure hunt game where you have materials, like a gemstone like black spinel, and you have blueprints, which is essentially, it will be like a design to, let's say, a bracelet or a necklace, so something that will show you what you could potentially get, essentially the final piece. This is a necklace. So this would be a blueprint and the stones on it would be the material. And in order for you to make this piece, well, you need to have the blueprint and understand what stone that blueprint needs, and you need to go find that material. Now, they would be sold as 2 different NFTs, but the fun part was that you cannot buy the blueprints. So you can only buy the materials, but you can't buy the blueprints. You can only win them or find them. This is the game that I'm working on. It's essentially a treasure hunt on blockchain. You buy the NFT, there's a clue, you follow it, it leads you somewhere. It's either you're going to be able to crack it, or it's going to crack you. Now for the people that crack it, they're going to end up finding the blueprints, and they're going to get the pieces. They could redeem them for pieces. So that was the initial idea. It still is the idea. I'm open for, feedback, and I think this is why, I'm bringing it early on here on YouTube to get feedback of people that would be interested in playing this, because I'm not going to sit here and play alone. So it better be damn cool. And it's only going to happen if we brainstorm as, ex-gamers and come up with a nice, interesting game. So for the next few days, God knows how many days, I'm going to be documenting my journey as I essentially create the whole thing. Tomorrow, I'll be telling you how I'm going to incorporate ancient Egyptian history. Or should I wait for that a bit? I think I should wait for that. I think the next step from here on is to start texturing all the different gemstones that I'll be using in the NFTs. I think that's a good point to start. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you did. Peace.